Now, joining us this afternoon in our studios, or rather, via, of course, online, is the chairman of the Nigeria Women Football League, Nkechi Obi, joins us. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to In the Game.
Good afternoon, Favor. It's always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for having me.
All right, welcome. Thank you. Let's look at the season before we go straight to the Super Six. How impressed are you with the level of competition in the NWFL this season?
Oh, the teams have been incredible. Through all the difficult times and all, they were committed. They honored their matches. They gave their all. I was privileged to watch a few games, particularly the ones in Lagos, watch in Ekiti, I watched in Abuja. And I must say, kudos, as I said, to all the clubs. Even when clubs felt that there was something at stake, they might go down, they still gave it their all. Those who you could see what the last day brought up. It was not, there were no games that you felt that were sold or that the people didn't make the best effort, put their best efforts in. So thanks to our clubs for a wonderful season. Now on to the Super Six, and let's see how that goes.
All right. Well said. Of course, you've talked about how it has been so far. About as your first season as the chairman of the league, what challenges did you encounter and how did you go about them?
Well, there were challenges. There were challenges as there would be in everything you do in life. But the critical thing is where everybody made up their minds that despite the challenges, we'll keep soldiering on. There were issues, one or two issues of officiating, but we were able to speak to the people in charge of assigning referees and all that, appeal to them to help us to speak to the officiating officials that our goal is to sell this league. We cannot sell it if it doesn't live up to people's expectations of what a clean game should be and what have you. Areas where we had disputes, we were able to sort out those disputes quickly, speak to those involved, diffuse tension, and then keep the ball rolling metaphorically. So there were one or two on the road accidents that happened with teams journeying to the various match venues. And God was merciful, and we didn't lose anybody. The effects were, you could almost say, minor within the context of what could have been. So all in all, whatever challenge we met, one or two funding challenges, but before it could become serious, we were able to mitigate the situation. So all in all, we faced whatever challenge came at us with a degree of equanimity and the resolve to not let those challenges truncate our goals and objectives of running a successful season.
All right, thank you very much for that. I'd like to also ask you what measures are being taken, of course, to ensure fairness and integrity in the officiating of the Nigeria Women Football League matches.
Well, as with everything, this problem is not unique to the Women's League. The problem is across all the leagues. But I believe that the level of officiating is improving with each year. Yes, there are still one or two issues that need to be addressed. We did see one or two really blatant let me use a word for it, misrefereeing issues. But the fact of the matter is, if we take the records across the season, you would almost be able to say, okay, there is about, maybe 70, 75% improvement. And that's something to build on. It's not perfect yet, but we've spoken to the committee, the referees committee, and we have asked them to please assist us in ensuring that training programs for referees will be held before the next season starts, and that we will continue to offer refresher courses and to remind them that some of the decisions they take, in actual fact, could affect our commercial viability. Therefore, they should help us by taking the right decision. So we'll continue to train, we'll continue to provide capacity development platforms, will continue to advocate for a better system. But that's about what we can do. We will punish, and we will expect the referees committee to punish serial offenders and take them off our books. But all in all, what we can do is continue to appeal and advocate.
All right, let's come now to the Super Six. Amongst the states that vied to host the Super Six, Bayelsa State was picked as the host. Why Bayelsa, and how did the board come about selecting Bayelsa as the host of the Super Six?
Listen, it was simple. Anybody who felt that they wanted the opportunity to bid was given the opportunity to bid. And we set the criteria. We said there is a time limit for you to confirm your interest. And if by the day of the time limit, all of you submit your interest, we will take the best offer. If everybody's offer is the same, then we will look at the person that submitted their bid first. That was what we did. And so Bayelsa submitted his bid, and we, before the timeline assigned, and we waited for everyone else. And when the bid closed, they were, you could almost say they were the last man standing. And so since we have set the criteria, we stuck to the criteria.
All right, what should fans expect during the Super Six? Are there plans for live coverage? And also, will there be games played simultaneously on the last day?
Let's put it this way. There are 5 match days. So it's going to be tough to play on the last day, play matches simultaneously. There's only one stadium. So I don't know how we want to play matches simultaneously in one stadium. So there are 5 match days, and we will play 3 matches each match day. So at the end of it all, it is once again the last man standing at the top that would win. That's the first. Secondly, we would make every effort to ensure there's fairness, there's equity, and that there's very little room for any shenanigans. Thirdly, I'm aware that the state is really preparing big to ensure that people come to the stadium. We have a great atmosphere to play the games in and engage with the fans. And yes, there are plans for live coverage of all our matches online, and then possibly one of them on the 4 o'clock match on terrestrial. So we'll see everything streamed, but then in conversations with NTA 24 to show the 4 o'clock, the last match of the day on their channel.
All right, I want to say thank you very much, and we hope, of course, New Central will be partners too. But all the same, we'll have the very best of Super Six being enjoyed right there in Yenagoa, Bayelsa State. Thank you very much for your quality time. We look forward to having you at subsequent editions of the show.
Thank you, Favor. And we're looking forward to New Central coming to tell us what they will do for us. So maybe I'll use this medium to pass that message, and then we hope we will hear from you. Thank you for having me.